Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Always a great education when you're giving us our science behind the weather. We want to go, speaking of severe weather, there were some storms around the GTA yesterday, and there was also some storm damage, and Kevin is on location at one such place.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And we're likely to see not much today as well, because now we're really heading toward high pressure. The next few days are a tad cooler than they've been, although we will ramp up the heat by the time we get to Friday. There will be a trough here, possibly some thunderstorms in northeast Ontario come tomorrow, but across the south we're looking at some fair weather. High pressure for the time being, and again, by about Friday, that's when we're expecting to see that return flow, and we'll have the humidex readings in the mid to high 20s by then, in advance of all of this moisture, which comes in by early next week. So some rain is on the way eventually. Thank you so much for that, Chris. We do have high pressure now building in after yesterday's storms. Let's go to Kasha down by Lake Erie with a special guest.
Out to you inside.
Thank you so much, Kasha. Just a couple of days ago, we were talking about water temperature on Lake Erie. It's 10 degrees. That is cold. We are looking at high pressure now weather-wise. Looking toward the northeast for the potential of storms tomorrow. High pressure for the next couple of days. By the time we get through the weekend, like Monday, Tuesday, that's when we're expecting this rain to reach into southern Ontario. We mentioned yesterday that there was the potential of a squall line coming through. It didn't actually materialize as a squall line, but we definitely did have some big storms, one of which caused significant damage north of the city. Let's check in with Kevin in Bradford.
Cool.
Thank you, Kevin. In terms of our weather today, what can we expect? We're going to be seeing high pressure now building in. Are a tad cooler than we've been experiencing the last couple of days, and then gradually it will increase by the end of the week. We do have high pressure for now. Here's our low coming toward us. With that, we'll see a return flow around the high pressure, and we'll get back up into humidex readings by the end of the week. Thank you, Chris, for that. We're going to go up toward Bradford now and check in with Kevin, where we had some storm damage from those storms that came in yesterday afternoon. Kevin? Yes, thankfully no injuries there. It looks like pretty significant damage, doesn't it? Well, we had the storms come through in the afternoon of 11. We have high pressure now building in across the south of the province, and we will see this trough line. This could result in some stormy weather. Thunderstorm risk in northeast Ontario, so if your travels take you north, be mindful of that. But overall, high pressure in the south and stable conditions for the time being. And then gradually, as we get around this ridge of high pressure and it's more of the return flow, that southwesterly flow, by the end of the week, will bring up those temperatures. So humidex readings will then be in, say, the high 20s, low 30s, maybe feeling a little bit more tropical in nature, similar to what we've been experiencing. And speaking of tropical weather, you know that Turks and Caicos debate about whether it should become the 11th province in Canada? Nate has that story coming up for us in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Oh, we can only wish. Thank you so much, Nate. I would love that. Let's actually go to another beach, Lake Erie, with Kasha right now.
All right.
Thank you very much. Well, looking at our weather right now, we are building high pressure in, so stabilizing the atmosphere. The water temperature is still very cold. Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, about 10 degrees, and further north, Georgian Bay and Lake Huron, it's about 4 degrees. That was as of a couple of days ago. May have warmed it up a tad since then, but it takes a long time to get that water to warm up, doesn't it? Could be a cold swimming season ahead. High pressure in place for the remainder of the week and into the weekend. It's looking great. Temperatures will rise with that return flow around high pressure, bringing up our humidex readings before this rain arrives by early part of next week. So a quick look at our 7-day forecast.